laps remaining for Ross Chastain. Unless something disastrous happens here over these final 3 laps, he's going to go to his 3rd win of the season. And what momentum Chastain would be accumulating if he does indeed finish the job here today.
You know, we talked to Phil Gould and we heard Hermie Sadler say Ross isn't afraid to take chances. Put me a setup in there that is aggressive and I'll see if I can drive it. And we've seen some of the setups that Phil's put under there. It didn't look like anyone could drive it. The truck would bounce around and I'd ask Ross, how's it feel? That's not bad. You know, it's got pretty good speed. But here this weekend, from the first lap on the track, they've just had a smooth weekend. Qualified right up front and has dominated this race.
And I think the thing that Phil Gould knows is he's going to get 100% out of that truck with Ross Chastain behind the wheel.
And wouldn't you say this is a Ross Chastain type track where you really got to hang it out over the tunnel and you got to really work it down in turn 3? This has Ross written all over it.
I'm not sure any track we go to isn't a Ross Chastain track anymore.
Well, he is certainly proving that to be the case, that's for sure. Hey, it's been a nice bounce back for Johnny Sauter inside the top 10. At one point, Sauter was a lap down after some early contact. He and Ben Rhodes both have had good days today, all things considered, as you see Sauter taking a look underneath Rhodes. That would be for 8th place.
It's all part of their body parts flapping in the breeze. Johnny makes that pass to take over that 8th spot.
Grant Enfinger likes seeing those trucks battle. He's just behind them in the 10th spot. Maybe he drives up there and gets a spot. There you see the 98 truck closing in on his teammates. The white flag will wave for Ross Chastain. 1 to go. Less than 2.5 miles for Chastain.
That's certainly the most traffic he's encountered here lately.
You don't want to see all that, I can promise you. Slow down into turn 1, up around the outside of Spencer Boyd in that 20.
Just wanting to make sure nobody in front of him has an issue. And look at how Chastain is being held up there by Boyd, but still comfortable behind him as Ankrum closes a little bit, but it's still better than 2.5 seconds. Through the tunnel turn for Ross Chastain.
Good thing there's no turn 4 here, Vince.
Chastain is going to make it work again as he goes through turn 3 and will head towards home. Ross Chastain wins for the 3rd time this season, victorious at Pocono. You
hell of a job, everybody. This one's for you, Nick. Call the ball.
You can't give Phil Gould enough credit for what he's done, and he references this one is for you, Nick. Speaking of Nick Harrison, the NASCAR crew chief who passed away a week ago.
Solid performance by Tyler Ankrum, showing that he's for real and may be a contender here when playoff time starts.
Very impressive performance. Phil Gould told us he had plenty of fuel. I don't know why we haven't doubted it.
No, not at all.
What a season it has been for Ross Chastain and Phil Gould. The winning crew chief is with Hermie.
Yeah, Phil Gould winning. Happy crew chief, happy team. Now, you guys won at Gateway, a little over a mile racetrack. Now you come to Pocono, 2.5-mile racetrack. Some teams wondered, how would this team react after you got that win, and you guys have kept the pedal to the metal? How does it feel?
Man, it's awesome. I just can't say enough about this group. They just work their guts out and bring fast race trucks to the track and have days like this. Man, it's just really awesome.
You mentioned Nick Harrison. You crossed the start-finish line. All the crew chiefs uniting on that front.
Yeah, absolutely. Nick was a hell of a guy. That's such a tragic loss for the community. He's just a special individual, and we're going to miss him a lot, just thinking of his family and friends right now.
These guys are going to victory lane again here at Pocono.
It's a familiar place for Ross Chastain. He's even won in the Xfinity Series this year, won recently at Daytona, and now his 3rd win in the Truck Series, the 2nd win that counts towards the playoffs in a Gander Outdoor Series.
Yeah, huge playoff points gain here from Ross Chastain that he can carry on through the playoffs.
Each win is worth 5 playoff points. And a convincing win indeed for Ross Chastain. Do you think does this vault Chastain into the favorites role of the championship?
I think yes.
I would have to say yes. He was dominant today. Whoa.
Chastain's family, part of the watermelon industry.
That's pretty cool.
He's been smashing watermelons in victory lane. I don't know. Maybe that's taking the place of smashing watermelons. Oh, there it is.
I wonder how they dole that assignment out at the beginning of the weekend. Okay, now you're going to carry the watermelon.
No, I don't think it's going to fit.
A memorable day for Ross Chastain and the watermelon community.